Okay. Reports. Did you want to reports? Did you find the reports tab?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. This is the reports which generated from Primavera, including some information. It will be tabular report, not a graphic. The only way to print the graphic is what we did previously, design a layout and print the layout. But here it includes information, only information, or tabular report that presents some information. Let's read the window. First of all, we have something called the report name, the first column. Then report scope. It is either global if you click in one, or current project. It means that the report could be used by all the project in Primavera, or could be used for a certain project only, for the current project only. This is the what we call the report scope. The last run, the last date we run this report. Then going further down, we have groups in reports in groups. Report about administration and security, report about resources, report about WBS details, report about cost and schedule, report about risk, report about this is for the open project, for WBS project, WBS cost, schedule, and so on. Right? So we can arrange the reports in group to easier found it and reach it when we need it later on. How to make the group? I will tell you how to make the group later on. Okay, let's focus on the project report group schedule. You can notice that the logo of the report could be two ships, one as a paper like this, or one with the paper as a wizard with a wizard stick. What is the difference between this logo and this logo? This logo, if it is not including the wizard stick, it means that it is coming by default from Primavera. You cannot change, you cannot add, you cannot modify, you cannot delete. Take it or leave it. Especially, you cannot modify. The information there is standard from Oracle, and you cannot modify it. But the project which has a wither stick, it means that it is created by the user and it could be modified. Okay, first of all, let's run one of the existing reports. Here it is. We'll choose one of it. Classic schedule report, report SR01. Did you reach it?
Yeah.
How to run it? Right click on it, highlight it, right click on it, and run. Primavera will ask you, do you want to run a report or batch? Later on, we know what the meaning of batch. I will run a report. Okay, what do you want? Do you see it at the screen, print preview, or directly to the printer, which you set it before, or to be sent to email attachment, or to be saved as HTML file or text file? If I choose HTML file or text file, I have to select the path where I'm going to save the file to. But if I choose print preview, it means that I will see it at the screen and decide later on what I'm going to do, printed or cancel the print or whatever. Let's see the print preview. Here it is, a very simple report. Activity ID, activity name, original duration, remaining duration, unit percent complete, start, finish, let start, let finish, and the total float. Some information, maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it, but this is the report for. It is a straightforward showing each start and finish date of each activity. Okay, great. Can I do my own report? This is one of the existing. As Ingo, I want to put some information there. How to create a report? Of course, here paper setup. You can choose it landscape or portrait, fit to how many paper, setting the margin, setting the header, setting the footer to put the information you needed at the report when you print it. After viewing it, you can go directly and print the report to be sent it as a hard copy. Like, what about if I want to create my own report? How can I create it? You're like, to create it, just go there to the command bar at the list right side and click add. Type. When I click add, this is for create or modify existing report. Here we have three choices: new report, use current screen, or modify wizard report. One of them is active only. So when I click add from the right side, it means that it will activate, give me the chance to create a new one. But what about the other two options? We will discuss it later on how to modify it. Type. I will go into create a new report. Next, it is a wizard. So all I have to do is selecting the information using the wizard next until I reach the creating the report. Here we have a list of all the information we can create a report about it. And log to this checkbox, time distributed data. If I check it, Primavera will make a filter for only the information which can be distributed on time. Uncheck it, it means that the all information I can create report about. Make sure it is not checked. And then our aim is to create a report about resources. Is resources here? Yes, resources, yes. So uncheck, make sure you uncheck the time distributed and select the resources, telling Primavera, I want to create a report about the resource in this project. Next. Okay, so your report subject area is resource. Primavera will ask you, do you want to add any more subject? Do you want to add any more detail, not only the resource? Well, yes, if we can do it, I need to include the notebook. Activities notebook. I want to see all the notes which written at the activities. Can I add it? Yes, you can add it. All you have to do is select it at the left side and move it to the right side. So I'm telling Primavera now, my report is about resources, and also I need information about the activity, which is the notebook. If you remember, a notebook is there for every, almost every window. Yesterday we add a notebook about snowstorm and so on. So I need to see the notebooks in a printed report. Okay, next. Let's do it one by one. We have many information about resources. This is what Primavera told you. And we have many information about activity notebook. Now it's time to select what type of information you want to show at the report. I will highlight resources first, then click column. It includes many information. No, all what I want is resource ID and resource name only. So I will move the column and keep only the information about the resource, the basic information about the resource ID and resource name. Of course, I can select any information from the left side, but it is basic. Just I want to see the resource ID and resource name. So I kept only two columns in the view. Okay. Then group and sort. Do you want to group it? La, no group. Thank you. Filter. Do you want to filter the information? Look to the filter. This is the default one. Where active equals yes. It means that if I apply this filter, it will come up with all active resources in my database. But for some reason, I want to create a report on my project only. I want to see the resource which is assigned to my project only. Can I see it only? Yes, I will click the parameter. Instead of active, I will choose assigned to current project. What the meaning of assigned to current project? It means that the only resource which assigned to the open project. Equal to, yes, it means that bring only the resource which assigned to the project, because I want to create a report about my project resources. Is it clear, Ingo?
Okay.
Okay, then we completed the first information, the first selection of the resource. Let's go to notebook. Columns. Notebook topic and notebook description. Yes, I want both of them. Do you want to group? No. Do you want to filter? No. Next. What will be the report name? All resources for training projects. Put a name which you can search for it later on. Next. Your report could include some number. Do you want to format number? Format number, it means that put a comma separator between the 1000, 1000 H, 1000 H3 decimal, you put a comma. Or keep it one part. It's better to keep it formal numbers. The question is, can I see the report before saving it? Of course, you can see the report. Run report. Print review. Here it is, a list of all the resources assigned to our project and in which activity they are assigned. We have 4 resources here: finish, civil, subcontractor, and block work. It is in Arabic, so when I conduct a course in Arabic, they need it. So it is in Arabic. You can maybe you cannot see it in your database because you don't have Arabic sitting in your Windows. But we have 4 resources, and Primavera will tell you the resource assigned to which activity. Is it good report? Maybe yes, it's a good one because it will tell me the resource and where it assigned to my activity. If you like it, close it, and then next, and then save. But if I don't like it, all you have to do is go to previous and select what type of information you needed.
Yeah.
Again, so during creating the report, you can check the information including in the report. If you don't like, return it back and select more, add less. You are the fully responsible one to select what the information will be included in your report. Once you completed, click save and then finish. Here it is. The report we created, resource for training there. It is there under schedule. Why it is under schedule? Because we create the report where we are highlighting this group. But the question is the resource related to schedule? No, it is related. The report is not related to schedule. It is related to resources. So why it is here under the schedule report? It is misleading. I have to remove it to resource report. How can I move it? Go down there. This is for the name, and this is to select the group. Go there and select the group resource usage. Directly Primavera will remove it from a schedule group to the resource group. The second question is, can we say that this report is a global? No, it is not a global. Why? We select a filter that we want to see the resource information for current project only. So the scope is not a global, it is current project. It means that it will be applied for the current project only. It will not be seen for the other project, or it cannot be applied for the other project. It is only for this project. This is how to create a report. Okay, the second question is, after creation, can I modify it? Yes, it has a wizard because it's created by the wizard. If the project symbol or logo had a wizard, it means that you can modify it. طب how can I modify it؟ يقول لك highlight it, go to tools, report wizard. Can you see it؟
Yeah.
Click on the report wizard. Now the selection, the active selection is modify wizard report. Next, and go there and change whatever you want. This is how to modify an existing report created by wizard. Is it clear? Type. What about the third selection? Use the current screen in creating a report. It is one of the wonderful features in Primavera. I will go to the activities, open a layout we created yesterday. I don't know you created or not. It is cost, about cost view. Do you remember I created yesterday, which include information about the cost? Do you create it yesterday with me? Okay. This report is very useful for me. It shows the cost come for each activity coming from each type of cost. Can I print it as a report? Yes, you can use it and save it as a report. How can I use it? From the activity window after you open the layout, go to tools and then choose report wizard. Now use current screen is active. All you have to do is select use current screen. And next, in this case, you don't have to select anything. Just go there and name it. I will call it Ingo cost. Next, I didn't select anything, just telling Primavera, use what is there at the screen to make it as a report. Run report, preview. Here it is. It is a great one. It is including all the information. Let's make it fit to one, to be in one paper. Here it is. Starting from the project, rolling up the information to the project level, and for each work breakdown structure element, it has a group, how much it will cost me for each work breakdown structure element. It is a good report, by the way, and I didn't use the feature of creating a report. All I have to do is go there and tell Primavera that I want to use the current screen to create a report. Is it clear, Ingo?
Okay.
Okay, next, finish, done, it will be saved. Right. Let's return to the report again. Here it is, the report is created, Ingo cost, here it is. Of course, I have to go there to say it is not a global, it is current, and it's not related to the resource, it's related to costs. Type. How can I create these groups? I don't like these groups names. I want to add more groups to customize and organize my reports. I don't like it. Is it coming from Primavera as is? I cannot change it, or I can change it. Yes, you can change the group, put a name, set the hierarchy of groups as you want. How can I do it? Go to tools, reports, and choose report groups. This is the groups hierarchy which created by Primavera, but you can modify it, change the name, add more groups, add more group names, delete something, add something. You are the one who can do everything in creating the hierarchy of the group of the report. It's your decision, not Oracle Primavera decision. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. The last thing is, when I highlight a report and click run, Primavera ask me, do you want to run a report or you run a batch? report. We know what the report is, the individual report, and we run it. It means that it will be appeared at the screen at the print preview, or go directly to the printer, or save it as HTML file. But what about batch? أقول لك طب let's select the batch. Here it is. We have 3 batches: projects completion report, project startup reports, project weekly reports. What that mean, and what we meant by batch? In some cases, we agree that every Thursday at the end of the week, every Friday in your case, at the end of the week, we want to print 4 reports together. We agree that you agree with your client that 4 reports will be running weekly at 2 p.m. every Friday. This is the aim of the batch. I can put more than report together at one batch, and then tell Primavera that run the batch, not run the report. More كمان, we can use it as alarm. I can set it automatic. Every Friday at 2 p.m. run those 4 reports which included in my batch, and send it directly to my boss. So how to create a batch? It's a good job, by the way. How to create instead of run? Yes, go to tools, reports, and choose batch reports. Did you reach the point? Did you reach it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we have here 3 defined already batch, and you can notice that we have something called global batch and project batch. Project, it means that it will run for this project only. How to create a batch? All you have to do is add. I will call it Engo progress weekly reports. This is the name of the batch to be identified later on. This is the first thing. Create a batch, and then go and click assign. Here it is. I will assign some reports, any reports, and I click assign. It means that this batch include this group of reports. I want to run it every week. Okay, close. Is what I created now will be showing at the batch? Of course. Close. Right click here at the report in any place. Run a batch. Here it is, Engo. Run it. There is no print review. The only option is to be printed directly, or to be saved as email attachment, or to be saved as HTML file or text file. So in Primavera, in administration, you can set this job as a job service, what we call job service. Every Friday at 2 p.m. run this batch directly to the printer of the secretary or my manager. It is a very good technique to group some report together to be run in one batch, not individually. Is it clear, Ingo?
Okay.
Okay. Right. This is the second part of the report. We discussed earlier how to print a graphic report. Graphic, it means that it is layout, and what all you have to do is just go there and print it. Or tabular report. This is the tabular report. Tabular report, it means that you can generate any report which you can customize it later on, and you can group it in a batch as well to be print preview, or printed directly to the printer, or saved as a file or email attachment. Type. What I'm going to do now, hard copy is limited to the one who I'm going to send it. Or if I want to everyone to see the progress of the project using Primavera, it means that I have to bring a license for everyone to look to the Primavera, and I have to train them how to work in Primavera. And it is almost impossible. How can I let the supervisor, as an example, or site engineer working with Primavera? Is there any other tool to let everyone log to the report which I'm going to select in order to view the progress of my project? Yes, we can. How can we do it? We will create a website for our project. Website, it means that I'm going to hire a company to design a website for my report, for my project, to be used later on? No. Primavera has a built-in technique that to generate a website for your project, and you will be the one who select what type of information to be included at the website without any designing effort. How can I do it? Later on, you will let everyone, just give him the pass of the website. Let everyone go there and view the information. Supervisor, accountant, high-level management, site engineers, quant surveying, all of them just can look to the website. It is a static website to show what is the planner decide to be included at the website. How can I do it? Go to tools. It is one of the tools. And select publish. Where is publish? Here it is. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Right. We have series selection and budget and publish. Publish website, the whole information of the project, or publish just a layout, activity layout. So one of the layouts you want to publish to be viewed by other users, or publish tracking layout. Tracking layout is a higher level of the layout, which include EPS information, not project information only. I will select project wizard. Great. General. First of all, select website name. It is Engo Workshop for training project. Site description, it is trial for project web site. Okay. Primavera will store the files of you are going to create in a directory, in a folder, which will be used later on to let anyone look to get. Where you want to put it, I have to go to desktop, create a folder to be used later on. Here it is. I created a new folder. This new folder will be used to do it. So I go there and select under desktop. There is a new folder. Here it is. I will name it, change the name. Engo website. I will tell Primavera now that please, the files of the websites, put it here at this folder. You must have full caution, because if you select a folder including information, Primavera will delete all the information on it. You have to create a new blank folder. Again, if you select a folder with some existing information, during creating the website, Primavera will delete all this information. So it's better to create a folder, new, blank to put the file there of the website. Okay. Default scheme, yes, default scheme. Automatically launch website previewer after publishing, after you create the website, go directly and view it at the browser, yes. Topics. As I told you, you will be the one who select the topics will be shown at the website. Which topic you want to show? We have 8 here, and the definition of each one is there. Detailed activity information, it means that check to publish general information about activities. Assigned resource, it is about assigned resource and to publish the assigned resource. Assigned rules, assigned work products and document, if you are assigning any document to your project. Assign issues, risk, activity codes, and project financial. I will keep all the topics. Actually, we don't have rules, so we can uncheck the rules. Maybe you don't have a document or have a document. In case we assign the document to our activity, it will be shown here and we can attach it. Let's see it. And then graphics. Select here the layout you want to see. I will go there and select the created layout, what we created before. ABC, cost view, control. I'm clicking control. And choose another layout. Ingo. All what we created during the workshop. Here it is. I selected the layout to be shown at the screen. Is there any tracking layout, a higher level of the layout to the EPS level you want to see? No. Then reports. Which report you want to set? Instead of printing the report, what we discussed earlier, we can go there and select the reports. We have a report here of cost as an example. Ingo. And I'm clicking control. Then one for schedule report, which is which one we created? Anyone. I will select more than one report and click. It means that what I'm going to select here, I'm asking Primavera to put it at the website. Finally, publish. The website successfully published. Okay. Directly, it will open it at the browser because I told Primavera when you complete the publishing, go there and publish it and open it directly. Here it is, a website. It is in Firefox in my browser.
Yeah.
Did you try it?
Yeah.
Is it open? Click to enter.
Yeah.
Here it is. Look to the WPS activities. We have some blocks. Go to graphics as an example. All the reports at the graphic here. Reports. All the reports we selected are there. So it is a website including the information I selected myself. And later on, all I have to do is send the path of the website to the all people by email. أقول لهم to see the project progress. All you have to do is to log to the following file. Let's close this. And see how to log it, not from the browser, from the file we created. Here it is, the website, and we have something called file called index. All you have to do is click on index. It will open the website. I believe that it is a great feature, Ingo, huh?
Yeah. That's good.
It will save a lot of money, a lot of printing papers. All I have to do is just go there every time, every week, every month, and select what type of information I want to present it at the website, publish it, and give the pass, put it at the server, and give the pass of the index file to everyone. All he have to do is just go there, click on this file, and open the browser to be view the progress of this project. It is a great feature, actually. In some cases, you have to pay 1,000 euro to create a website, but here it is just built-in feature. You can create the website for each project in your database. Clear, Ingo?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Okay. This is the first topic today, is talking about the report. We discuss 3 elements of the report: how to print a graphic report, including the profile; how to make a tabular report using the report wizard or the report window. We can create a new report using the report wizard. We can modify an existing report using the report wizard. We can take the information at the screen to put it as a report or save it as a report directly, and then we can modify all the report we created using the wizard by clicking report wizard to modify it if we need to modify it. We knew how to make the groups, which is a good way to grouping the similar reports together in order to find it in an easy way. And we know how to create a patch which include many report together to and later on, of course, it is not active here. There is something called job services. Here it is. I believe that I can. It is in my machine. Summarize, update. Is there job services here? Summarize. It will be when we used the web application. Checker. It is not there. My point is, when you use some of the feature of the license, some license in Primavera, that if you save it in a server, install it in a server, you can run this patch in a certain time. Every week at 2 p.m., it could be run automatically. You don't have to log in and run it by yourself. This is what we call job services. This is not installed here because it is installed standalone. We finally knew about how to create a project website for your project. Just go open there, choose tools and publish, then choose the topic you want to create the website about it, choose the graphics or the layouts you want to show it at your website, choose the report you want to view it at the website. It will include all information about the document you are assigned and activity and work breakdown structure as well. Is it clear?
Yep.
Okay. Let's move to another way of reporting. I told you yesterday that the only way of getting the updates for your project that you call me, Tahir, I send you as a schedule, please give me information about your update, and he can send it by phone, by text as a WhatsApp or whatever. Is there any respectable way that I can send the activity for the team member to update it in Excel as an example and return it back to me in Excel to be used in update directly? I don't have to ask him about the information. I will let him do it in Excel and use this Excel in updating the activity. Yes, we can. This topic covered by how to import and export data to Excel, from Primavera to Excel and vice versa. The first question is, can we do it? Is there a way to import or transfer data between Excel and Primavera? Yes, there is. How to do it? Open the project first, go to File, and click Export. Okay, we have, as you see this screen before, when I told you how to export. Now we need to export to Excel, spreadsheet Excel. Excel is يعني a huge tool which is very necessary to anyone working as an engineer or planners, because Excel including many features there. We can use these features in updating, creating a schedule, and so on. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, you have to open the project and then export to Excel. Primavera will ask you, I can export 5 type of information. Information about activity, information about activity relationship, about expenses, about resource, and about resource assignment. Which information you want to export? I want to export all. Why? We are in training. Let's see. Each one of this topic will be a sheet at the Excel sheet. Okay? If you select 2, it means that you have 2 sheets. If you select 5, it means that you have 5 sheets. Next. Primavera will ask you, you are opening a project called training resource. This one you want to export? Yes, this one. Check the box. Export. Next. Type. What type of information you want to export into outside? I have a lot. Primavera said, I have a lot of information, a lot of columns, a lot of data. So please go there and select the information you want to export to Excel. How can you do it? You have to choose a template to export based on it. We have to define template here, resources and GE, and I don't know actually what is there at the resource or GE. So I have to add a new one. First of all, make a name for the template. And the name, I have to think about it. Why I am exporting information. 3 reasons you export the information to Excel. First one is to use it as an update tool. Send the Excel sheet to the proper team member, selecting the information which he can use it in update. This is the first reason. The second reason is I didn't create the schedule yet, and I want to create the activity and the Excel. Instead of buying a license, Primavera license for everyone at the team, no, I will send the Excel sheet in a proper format to the mechanical people as an example, telling them use this template to create your activities, then send it to me back. I will import it again to Primavera. So the second reason of exporting to Excel, to create new activities. The third one is to send the information to Excel, to use the Excel feature in creating report or graphic report and so on. Each reason has a different template, because the information you want to send it to update is completely different than the information what you send it to create activities. It is different than the information you want to send it to use Excel features. So we will try here update. Mechanical works update. I want to send the mechanical activities to the mechanical team, telling them use this information to update your information and send it me back. Okay, first thing, create a template, put a name for the template to be understandable for everyone to be used later on. Then subject area. We selected 5 subject areas. The 5 subject area is there: activity, relationship, expenses, assignment, and the resource. Actually, we need only activities, but just to tell you that we can send the 5 topics. Okay, now I'm going to set the information I needed for the activity, which must be included at the activity window, at the activity area. Type, here it is. Some Primavera already selected some columns to be there at the sheet: activity ID, activity status, WBS, activity name, start, finish, resource. Let's try something. I will start with the resource. I don't need resource. I don't need finish. I don't need the start. I don't need activity name. I don't need the WBS code. No, you cannot move it. Activity status, I don't need it. No, you cannot move it. Activity ID, no, you cannot move it. Why? Because this is the way of knowing the activity. This is the way that Primavera will know this activity, the information reported belong to which area in Primavera, belong to which work breakdown structure, belong to which activity ID and activity status as well. So those 3 columns are mandatory to be selected to be exported. Why? Because we need it when we import it back again. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So after work breakdown structure code, I have to select some information which will help the mechanical team member in updating the activity. The question is, I'm the one who is going to export, so I have to design the sheet. What type of information I needed to send it to update the activity? First of all, I need to send him the early start of the activity. So I'll go there to dates and telling them this is the early start. This is the planned early start of your activity. I want to send this information just to tell him that this is the planned early start. Then I will ask him if the activity started to put the actual start. So I will choose actual start. Then I have to tell him the early finish, the planned early finish. And if the activity is completed, I want to put actual finish. It means that I put 4 dates, 2 planned dates and 2 actual. The 2 planned dates are already exist in the information and I will send to you, but later on you have to put the actual by yourself. Type, what else? I need him to update the duration. So I will go to duration and select original duration. This is the original duration of the activity. Your activity supposed to be done in 10 days. Tell me what is the actual now, how many days you work on it, and what is the remaining. How many days remaining to complete your activities. Finally, percent complete. Select activity percent complete just to put a percent complete for each activity. Is this a good information to be submitted for someone to update his activity? Yes, it seems like that. I will send the information in Primavera which is planned, and he will do the actual. He will put the actual with a minimum training, 30 minutes training, just to train every one of the team of how to use the Excel sheet in order to put the actual. Later on, I will receive the actual each week or each month using this Excel sheet. I will send the Excel sheet at the beginning of the week, and I will receive it by the email at the end of the week. I don't have to repeat the data entry again. All I have to do is just import this file to Primavera and click F9. That's all. It is great, by the way. I don't know you like it or not. It is great. One of the great features.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a good practice work in business project.
Yes, that's why I put it. Actually, by the ending of the report, we completed the basic course. But what I'm telling you now is extra advanced, which related to the business directly will help you to deal with your business.
Yeah.
as I understand from Yasser. Yasser, I have a long call with Yasser. He told me your requirements. That's why I designed the content of the training to achieve your requirement.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
then this is the information we needed. Great. Type, do we need it for the whole project or for mechanical work only? No, we need it for the mechanical work only. So we need to filter the information to send only the mechanical, because we are going to send it to mechanical. Later on, I will create another template for the civil people. I will create another template for finishing people. I will create another template for foundation people, the one who is responsible for foundation.
Yeah.
This is for mechanical, so I want to filter the information for mechanical only. Can I make a filter here? Yes, by clicking filter. Look to, here it is. This is a predefined filters, what we created earlier. All of them are there. Yes, we previously created a filter for mechanical work.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Yes,
Yeah.
modify. It is WS under mechanical. Now I'm telling Primavera to apply this filter to the activity, not send all the activity, but just the activity for the work breakdown structure mechanical works. Top. If I didn't create a filter before, I can add a new filter which include the criteria or the parameters I want to apply it as a filter. Is it clear, Ingo?
Yeah, yeah. Could you please go back to filter? You have only one.
You can select more than one filter.
Yeah. But we have only one condition, or where WBS is equal
Is under. Here it is under mechanical. It means that
is
all
under.
what under, if I said equal mechanical, it will not bring HVAC or elevators or system. But under, it means that mechanical and all the WS under it.
Yeah. It's a range of several works. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Type. Great. So I created a template for mechanical works on the activity sheets, selecting the columns I need to send, selecting the filter, and I can also sort information by what. It is not sorted. It means that it will come with the default sorted at the work breakdown structure. Okay, the template is ready. Of course, I have to visit each area, subject area, assignment, relationship, and so on to customize it. But here we will focus on the activity only. Then next, type to which file. I can click to the file name and save it in a place where I can find it later on. Ingo. Training resource. We name it mechanical works update. Save the Excel sheet. Next, finish, done. Successfully completed. The information you put it there at you ask Primavera to send it to Excel sheet. It is there. Okay, can we see this file? Of course we can. Here it is. Go to the place where I saved it. Mechanical works update, Excel sheet. Can you see at the screen?
Yeah.
We have 5 area, so we have 5 sheets. Task is for the activity. Task predecessor is for the relationship. Project cost for expenses. Resources is for the total resource at your database. task resource or task resource assignment, and finally user data, which is coming from Primavera. Just don't do anything on it, because this is the way of return it back to the Primavera again.
Yeah.
We will focus on task. I am the mechanical engineer. I said that you told me that this activity will start, it's will start in 8th of June. I will, yes, Control C. It is started in 8th of June. Control V. Yes, it is the same date. It is not finished yet. The original duration is 15, but the actual is 5. The remaining is 10. And it is 35%. The problem is that Primavera send the files as a number, as a text, not a number. So when you put the information, you have to make sure it is the same format. We will click here, format cells. It is text. Here it is. I updated the first file. If the first activity, if it's completed, the user will put the actual finish. If it is not completed or not started, he will not change it. So who change the status? The status will be changed to started. Done. I complete my updates. I will save the file, then return to Primavera. I can use it also in adding activity. The mechanical engineer said that, those activity, but I have another activity. I have, let's say, Ingo Elf, which not started and related to this WBS also. And the activity name is, we didn't bring the activity name. I don't know why. My point is, I didn't only update the existing activity, but I created new activity. The question is under HVAC. The question is, will Primavera create the activity and update the existing when I imported? Yes, we can. Save the file. Let's see it directly. Save the file. Save. Go to Primavera again. Make sure that your project is open. Click import. Import from Excel. Next. Select the file. Next. Import to. Select the project. Next. Import activities only because this is the one who I made a change on it. Next. Yeah. Finish. Here it is. Completed successfully. Under mechanical, look to there. There we have some new activities. And we have updated one. The first one, you can notice that it is updated. Go to status. It has actual, percent complete, remaining duration, and so on. So what I did in Excel directly impact the Primavera. So all I have to do is just go there, change the data date, and run the schedule again. Yeah. My point is, exporting the information from Primavera to Excel is a very, very, very good tool if you can use it in a proper way. One of the best use of sending the information to Primavera is to create new activity as we did, or update the existing activity. So all you have to do is choose the proper columns to put the information there, and then send this file to the team member. Usually, the team member said that Primavera, it is very hard. I cannot work with Primavera. Yeah, Sheikh, you will not work with Primavera. Do you know Excel? Yes, I know Excel. So I will send you Excel file. Just I will tell you in 10 minutes how to use it. This
Yeah.
column is for the early start. It means that it is your planned start date according to schedule. This column is for actual. So all you have to do is to put the actual start date when you start the work. If the activity completed, go there and put an actual date. If it is not completed, put a remaining duration and put percent complete. That's all. Then when you complete the file at Friday 2 p.m., send it to me back by the email, save it and send it to me back by 2 p.m. All I have to do, I will import all the files together. The one coming from mechanical, coming from civil, coming from finishing work, put it in Primavera, click the new data date, and then I gain the real progress of the activity. Also, I can use this Excel sheet in creating new activities. Is it clear?
Yeah.
I believe that it is a very good tool.
What is your experience in the projects? Did the contractors or the team members and so on, did the people really or correctly filled these Excel sheets, or are there many discrepancies?
Yes. In my experience, Ingo, that everyone from the team afraid from Primavera word. When you
Yeah.
said Primavera and the schedule, wow, we don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know what you do with. So
Yeah.
make it easy for
It's not
them.
my turn.
You are not dealing with Primavera. I tell him, you are not dealing with Primavera at all.
Yeah.
You are going to deal, in some cases, and I believe that it was more than 25 years ago. In 25 years ago, it was more worse, more bad, because no one know about Primavera. Now it is a little bit different. Now some people know about the Primavera. So instead of Excel sheet, I send him a print copy from Excel sheet, and I told him, put it in your pen, write it by your pen. All you have to do is just tell me when you start this activity. I try to make it easy to the team member to avoid their afraid from Primavera. So using Excel is a very good tool, because as I told you, all you have to do is sit with the team member, give him a training 10 minutes or 15 minutes, what we mean by early start, what we mean by early finish, what we mean by actual start, what we mean by actual finish. All you have to do, I will send you the column which represent the early dates or plan the start date according to the plan, and an empty column showing the actual start date. All you have to do is when you start the activity, you start the activity at November 12, go there and put the date November 12. I don't need any more effort. And then go to the activity, tell me what is the percent complete and what is the remaining duration. That's all. You will do it in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it will be very helpful for all. I will not bother you anymore. You will not bother me in collecting information. So it is very good, very, very, very good for the bests.
And what will happen if the customer or the client or the people is doing or is writing this Excel sheet in a wrong way to change the bars or the columns? What does it mean? There's no successful export or import, I think so.
Yes. If let's turn back to the Excel sheet. I will tell you when and why the information could not be unsuccessful when import. Look to the first two rows. The first two rows is belonging to Primavera. One of the training that you have to conduct to the team, don't change anything in those two rows. Because this is the name at the table in Primavera. This is how Primavera will understand that this information belongs to early start. This information belongs to actual start. So never ever used or changed something at the first two rows.
That's important, to say.
And then just go there, the blank columns. All you have to do is just put information there. This is what I'm going to tell them.
And the format is it?
It's text. For the number
It's
number
text,
is
huh?
text.
Yeah,
Text,
text
yes.
format. Okay.
Is it clear, Engu?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move to another topic. Schedule. Schedule. We know schedule. We F9. Like yes, F9 is you are applying when you click F9. You are applying the default option. Now we will check what are the different options we can use it. Actually, I believe that Yasser told you about something of it. The contractor, if you are the consultant, the contractor can change some option at the schedule to make his performance better than what we agree about it. Here we know what is the option and how to use it and what you have to check when you receive updated schedule from the consultant, from the contractor. We'll click F9. We will not run the schedule. We will click options. Okay, type. We have two tabs in option, general and advanced. Let's start with advanced. What is the advanced is? يقول لك only a single tab which represents something called calculate multiple float passes. What that mean? يقول لك usually Primavera indicate one pass only, which is the critical pass. The critical pass is red and the other is green. But in the project management concept, we have something called critical pass and near critical pass. What do we mean by the near critical pass? The second pass in its long, and it has the less total float. Why we need to focus on it with the critical pass? Because if I made a delay more than the total float, it could delay the whole project. So is there a way in Primavera not only to detect the critical pass, but we can detect the other passes? Yes, we can. All we have to do is check this box. By checking this box, although during scheduling the project, please not only define the critical path, but define multiple floats as I'm going to tell you. Based on what? Total float or free float? We usually use the free float. Free float is the relationship or the allowance between the two activity, just to make sure that all of the activity are in sequence. Display multiple float paths ending with activity. I can select the last activity, or if I keep it like that without selection, it will select the whole activity at the project. How many passes we can detect? 10 are too much. We could make it 5 passes or something like that. So this is the place of telling Primavera, please not only focus on the critical pass, but tell me about 5 another passes, starting from the critical, then the near critical, then the near critical, and so on. Okay, done. Close. Let's see what will happen. Schedule setting have been changed of the training resource. Final. Do you want to save the change? Yes. And then run the schedule. Show it Gantt chart. Nothing happened. Where it is the same. Although you have to view it as multiple floated bus. How can I represent it? It's one the order of group and sort by. Go to group and sort by. And instead of work breakdown structure, we have something called float bus. So I told Primavera to calculate multiple float buses. And then I'm asking Primavera now to view these float buses by making the activity grouped by float buses. Group interval, no group interval. Okay. Here it is. Primavera will tell me the following. This is bus number 1, which represents the critical activities. This is bus number 2. This is bus number 3. This is bus number 4. And then the other buses. It means that we have more than 5 buses we can check in our Primavera. It's a very good way to not only track the critical bus, but track the different buses in our schedule. Is it clear, Ingo?
Hmm?
Okay, let's click F9 again. Options. And go to General. General setting. Ignore relationship to and from other project. In some cases, if you are the program manager, you can connect more than one project together, saying that I will start excavation in my project after completing the excavation from the previous project, from project ABC. So ABC will complete the excavation first, then we will go to my project and start the excavation on it. This is what we call external relationship. External relationship will impact the schedule, of course will impact the schedule. If I click this box, ignore relationship and from other project, it means that ignore the external relationship, deal only with the internal relationship. Make open-ended activity critical. Do you remember the open-ended? If the activity has no relationship, no predecessor or no successor, Primavera treat it as open-ended. Here, do you want to make it as a critical? No, it is not the default option. Use expected finish date. One of the updated information here as an example. I will let you see what is the expected finish date. Let's turn back to the normal one. Here it is. This activity as an example, site excavation, we have at the status tab, a tab called expected finish. Can you see it? Highlight the activity and open the status tab. We have here something called expected finish. Expected finish, like suspend and resume. I am the one who saying that this is my expectation in finishing. Okay, how can I put it? I just go there and select the calculated finish, saying that we will complete this activity on 17 March 25. But my expectation is to complete it at end of March. This is my dates, my point of view. When I click F9 and click option, I have the chance. Use expected finish date. Do you want me as a Primavera to use the expected date you provided to be calculated based on it, or only the dates which coming from the calculation? If I check this box, it means that Primavera will consider what you put at the activity. Is it clear, Ingo?
Yeah.
Okay. Schedule automatically when change effect dates. How it come? I'm the planner. I have to click F9. It is my job to click F9. What you meant by when I change the date, you schedule directly? It means that I will lose the control of selecting the date of a schedule. So nobody, I didn't use this feature at all. Level resource, what the meaning of level resource? Level resource is a tool of solving the resource problem when we have resource over allocation. When I select this feature, it means that the resource will be leveled by default and is not applicable. Actually, we have, if we want to level the resource, you have to do it resource by resource. Recalculate assignment cost. After scheduling, when I schedule, recalculate, yes, it's better to recalculate. Mean that the updated of the cost must be considered when I update the schedule. Great. The most important option is here. 3 ways of setting the progress activity, schedule progress activity. The first one, and it is the default, and you have to keep it as default and refuse any change from this default when you get a report or an updated schedule from your contractor, that it must be return logic. What the meaning of return logic? Return logic is something like that. Let's do it.
How did you create the red line? That's my question.
I create the red line. Well,
Yeah.
ask your question again. Ingo, ask your question again, please.
Ach, tools, yeah. Okay, moment. Cancel tools. Yeah.
I didn't hear you well. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What you said? What is your question, is Ingo?
The question was the red line. The
red line, which I disappeared now.
Yeah.
It is something from the view said that it is a progress line. This progress line show what your progress is. Are you ahead of schedule or behind schedule? This progress line, this is the data date, which is blue. This line is representing that I am behind the schedule. It's supposed to be done here. This progress line is one of the lines which be represented at the printing. You can show it. You can show it from view, show progress line.
Yeah.
Or not showing the progress line.
And the reading of this line is all activities or all lines on the left from the data date.
Yes, from the data date.
Negative or critical or
behind.
Yeah?
Yes. If it is behind, it's at the left of the data date, it means it's behind schedule. If it's in the right, it means it is ahead of schedule.
Yeah, okay, good.
If it is on the line, it means that it is on a schedule.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, what we meant by return logic, here it is. We have 2 activities. Let's create another project to make sure that we understand it. New, finish, new project, add, 10 days and 10 days. I just draw 2 activities only to represent my idea, to tell you what we meant by return logic. Those are 2 activities, project with 2 activities only. I will connect the 2 activities as finish to start. And then let me open the project only. Here it is, F9. We have 2 activities, A and B. The logic saying that when I complete A, B will start. This is the logic. Right? I will start update. This is how to tell you what is the use of the option there and why you have to keep it return logic, not return logic, not progress override. Right? I started A. A started, and it is 70% completed. Great. This is a case. But you get a report that we didn't complete A yet, but we started B as well. B was started. So B started at 14. It is supposed not to be started, but it is, in some reason, it is started. F9, the new data date, after here it is. A supposed to be completed first, then start B. But in our case, خلاص خلينا B started without a permission. B started before A completed. It is out of the logic. So Primavera will do what? Will say that, yes, B cannot start, the remaining of B cannot start without A completion.
Yeah.
And this is what we called retained logic. What the meaning of retained logic? Keep the logic is the governor for your calculation. The logic is A completed first, then B. It means that if B for any reason started earlier, but keep the logic is that you have to complete A first before completing B.
Yeah.
Before starting the remaining of B. This is usually the default setting of the schedule. Type, let's go and change it and make it return logic. Progress override. Close. Yes. The schedule. Look to the difference. Here he didn't respect the logic. He said that because you are able to start B, I will calculate the progress and I will let you complete the B even A not started yet. This is very good for the contractor, not good for the owners. So usually owners use return logic. You're like, we agree about the logic. We set it at the schedule. So during the schedule, only keep the logic, not progress override. The contractor has a debate. You're like, but in some reason, I was able to start the activity without completing it. I make overlap to accelerate the work. Why you are not calculating the progress? It is a debate not answered yet, not resolved till now. But usually owners and the consultants like return logic. We agree about the logic, so we have respected the logic. Contractor usually like progress override. If I was capable to do some activities earlier, so it is my rights to calculate the progress based on the progress, not the logic. Which one is correct? Which one is wrong? Both of them are correct. Both of them are wrong. The point is we have to agree. As a contractor, don't change what we agreed about without agreement of together. Yes, we agree at the beginning of the project to use the logic. Now you need to choose the progress override. All you have to do is send the request with the reason why you are doing this, why you made the activity out of sequence. You start B without completing A. Tell me why, and then we will use it together. My opinion as a consultant of the project management, not let anyone take a decision slowly. He has to discuss with the other team member why I'm doing this and reach agreement together. Do you understand it? Okay.
Yeah.
So take care. When you receive a file from a contractor, the first thing is to check the schedule option. Is he change anything at the schedule option? Usually the contractor uses tactics in order to maximize his progress. It is if we return back, the project previously will completed in 1st of December. Now it was completed 27th of November. It means that it is accelerate the work, or let's say make it better view for the project than the other option. My point is, what we agreed about, we have to apply it. If you want to change it, change a change request, and let us agree together about it before taking the action of changing the option. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Option. The third one is actual dates. What the actual dates? It is similar to progress override. He will use the actual dates to make the relationship. Right. Calculate start to start lag from. If you have a lag, do you remember the lag? The time between the two activities?
Yeah.
Here he is talking about start to start lag. From where I collected? From the early start or from the actual start? What we meant by, we have activity which will start at 1st of November. Then I put 5 days as a lag to start activity B, which will start at 5th of November. Great. For some reason, I didn't start the first activity at 1st of November. I started at 3rd of November. So the question is, from where I calculate the lag? Calculate the lag from the planned start date and saying that you in 2 days you have to start the new activity, or calculate the lag from actual start date. It means that take 5 days after the actual start date. It is your decision, but the default is early start. Early start for the owner, actual start for the contractor. Contractor prefer to use the actual start because you're like, I need this lag. Yes, I have a delay in the previous activity, but I need 5 days to start the second activity. I need to complete some work within 5 days to start the sixth activity.
Yeah.
Okay, how to calculate the critical path? It is based on zero total float. In some cases, actually, I put it -5. This is my opinion as a Tahir. It is not standard at all. It is not related to standard or any codes. Why I put it -5? -5, it means that 1 week. So, sorry, مش -5, +5. I put it 5. It means that any activity has a float less than 5 days, treated as a critical. This is my point of view. I usually use it in my project. The default is when it is 0, it is critical. But when it is 5, I put it when it's 5, it's critical. It means that if it has a total float less than 1 week, Primavera treated as critical and show it at the critical. It is my opinion as a Tahir, not anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Because I usually saying that 5 days total float is the minimum. You can lose 5 days in each week. So I prefer to see the critical path even the activity has less than 5 days. It's your decision. Type. Calculate float based on if you are opening many projects together. 5 projects, 3 projects. Do you want to calculate the total float for each project individually or for the whole project together? When I'm going to change the option, if I am the program manager and I want to see the whole schedule of the 5 projects in my program, in that case, I will choose the next option. Open project. I will see the total float for the whole project together. But if I'm responsible for one project only, it's better to keep the default for each project. How to calculate total float? Finish float, late finish minus early finish. What will be the lag of the calendar of the lag? The calendar of lag will use the predecessor, and this is the default. The predecessor activity calendar will be used as the lag calendar. When I said I need 5 days lag, Primavera will return to the calendar of the predecessor activity and define how many, the 5 days, how many start from and when they end from, and calculate the lag based on the calendar of the predecessor. Do we have any other option? It could be the successor, it could be 24 hours, it could be project default calendar. This setting, 24 hours, is the setting at the Microsoft project. Microsoft project define lag with 24 hours, not the predecessor calendar. That's why when you import a Microsoft project from Microsoft project to Primavera with lag, Primavera will do what? Will multiply the lag by 3, because usually the predecessor calendar is 8 hours per day and it's coming from Microsoft project 24 hours per day. Primavera treat each day as 3 days. If you bought a lag 5, Primavera will calculate it 15. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Those are the options. And if you are working as a consultant, you have to check the schedule option every time you receive the file from a contractor. Okay, let's move to the last topic. Actually, as I told you, we'll not take a break. We'll complete without a break to complete the day. Okay. Let's open the one of the file we imported yesterday. The file is building AU1 office building addition activity usage. Please open it.
Building edition, yeah. Okay. Yes.
It is a project which includes activities with actual activities and remaining activity as well. So the question is, how can I represent the S curve to show the cost of this activity instead of sending the information to Excel and draw the S curve in Excel? Can we do it in Primavera? Yes, we can do it in Primavera. Here it is. Return to the layout again. Show on bottom.
Yeah.
We have something called activity usage profile. We tried before resource usage profile. It's time now to activity usage profile. Did you reach it?
Yeah.
It is there at the bottom of the layout. You can click it here. It is there. It is the graphic, the bar chart, and here it is. Activity and graphic as well. It's the activity usage profile. Or from view, show on top, show on bottom, activity usage profile. So choose activity usage profile. Okay, let's change the time scale to be bigger than weekday. Make it months week to have a proper view.
I have a problem. I have in the project only one task active. I don't know why.
One task, go to filter.
Go to filter. All activities is checked.
Type. Show the resource histogram. Make sure you are not selecting resource tab. Is not checked.
Current project resources.
Did you do it?
Oh. Okay, once we try again baseline office. So
highlight Wendy Risner, highlight the resource, and make sure it is not selected the resource. Source tab is not checked.
Yeah. And how can I find it again? File open. Baseline.
Okay. Maybe you are opening the wrong project.
Yeah, office building additional activity.
Activity usage.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a project. But I have another kind of display or bars or organization. I don't know why. Yeah. And in the resources, there's where can I find your actual column left hand side? Where can I find the time period resources? I couldn't find it. Current project resources. Where can I find it?
You cannot find what? Any resource checked?
Yeah. I have another activity or details by resources.
Right. Let's return it back one by one. We imported yesterday 4 files. Make sure you are highlighting building the ID is building AU-1. Go to project open again and make sure you are highlighting the proper schedule.
Office building addition. That's a project name. Yeah.
Activity usage.
Time period. Okay. I can't understand it.
There is no information also?
Yeah.
Agariba, very strange. I imported the same file, but the same file I sent you, I imported.
But I can't find the Germany enterprise.
Let's do it again. File, close all. And then file, import. You are with me, Ingo?
Yeah.
We will import it again to see what the problem, from when the problem coming.
Okay.
Close all the files at your screen. Or خلاص, no problem. Do it again. Let's open the training resources. We'll use the same file we in our home and in our exercise. Open training resources. It includes some information, so we'll use it.
Yeah.
And go to layout display option bar. Show at the bottom activity usage profile.
Show on bottom, layout, and details. Time period. There's no okay, it's not, no, it's okay, it's matching now. Yep.
Right. Are you with me now?
Yeah.
You have the same screen?
Yeah.
I think like resource histogram, like resource profile. But at the left side, there is no option there. We have only 3 choices. All activities, selected activities, and time period. Let's choose one of it, time period as an example. If I want to see which information or what is the cost here at the week start at 29, just go there and select the time period. Primavera will make a filter for the activity that's making this cost.
Mhm.
This is the use of time period, like we did it at the resource.
Okay.
Right. Then uncheck, it will come up with the total activities again. Right. We have another two tabs. All activities, it means that those you are seeing the graph for all the activity at the project. Selected activity, it means that you can select some activity there. Structure as an example, and tell him I want to see only the cost from those activity only. Mechanical work, I will highlight the mechanical work. In this case, it will not show the information of the whole project, it will show it only for what I'm highlighting at the left side.
Okay.
So I can create the S-curve for the whole project or for selected work breakdown structure. You can see the cost of the mechanical, you can see the cost of the structure individually, you can see the cost of finishing. All you have to do is highlight the activity at the left side and mark selected activity. What will be seen at the screen is the cost coming from those highlighted activities only. Is it clear?
Mm-hmm.
So I can generate unlimited number of S-curve for the whole project if I'm selecting all activities, and S-curve for all types of work individually. All I have to do is highlight this group of activities and see the S-curve for them. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Right. Let's go to the right side. Select all activities now, and let's go to the right side. Here it is. We can set the time scale, and we have something called activity usage profile option.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are marking cost. So we are viewing cost. Primavera will ask you cost of what? Cost of labor resource, cost of non-labor resource, cost of material resource, cost of expenses, or the total cost. Here we mark it total cost. It means that show to me all the cost from all the sources of the cost. Either it is from resource or from expenses. طب, can I see the cost from labor only? Yes, you can. Just click labor. Okay, here it is. This is the cost of the labor at the project. Can I see the cost of the material only, of the equipment only, of the expenses only? Yes, all you have to do is select what you want to see, and Primavera will show it. It means that I can generate unlimited number of S-curve for each project. One for the labor cost, one for the equipment, one for the material, one for the expenses, and one for the all cost. Is it clear, Ingo?
Mhm.
Right. The second choice is I can see units. Units, it means that the units, total number of units of resources. In this case, Primavera hide, inactivate material expenses and total, and keep only labor and non-labor. So the only way to see units is to see for two kinds of information, labor and non-labor. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a how to option. Let's turn it back and make it cost. Total apply. Right. What do you want to see? Do you want to see the curve of the baseline to compare with? Do you want to see the budget? In our case, budget is the remaining budget. If I have a baseline, I can mark the baseline to see what is supposed to be. I want to see remaining and actual as well. Then I want to see it at the bars by date and cumulative. Cumulative is for the S curve. If you uncheck it, it means that it will not draw S curve. If you check it, it will draw the curve or the cumulative curve. Type. Of course, the color is misleading. We usually use the green for early. It is the standard color, and the blue for actual. This is standard, known by everyone. So it means that there is no actual for this project, for the cost of this project, and it is only the remaining. We have two scales, one at the left side, which is the scale of the bars, and one at the right side, which is the curve of the S curve. I can click at any place. Here it is. Click the mouse at any place. It will tell you what is the remaining at this day, the total at this day, and what is the cumulative. If we click here, here it is 0, and the remaining is 8,961. The point is, at any point of time, you can select a point to see what is the amount at this point, at this day, week of June 22. So the week of June 22 has no actual yet, and remaining is 305,000 something, 50,000 something, and the cumulative is 397 something. This is how to draw S-curve from Primavera. As I told you, you can select all activities. You can select some selected activities. You can select time period to show the activity which making this cost. And you can change the setting of the activity usage profile to see what type of information you want to show it at your S-curve. Or you want to show in the baseline, the remaining, the actual, the budget, the remaining budget. So it's your decision to set the S-curve. How can I print it? It's very easy. Just go there and file, print preview, base setup, option, show profile only. Here it is. Is it clear, Ingo?
Yeah.
Type.
But
where
can I find again? Where can I find the values? What kind of places did you click
to see what
the value, the
here
cost?
It is. Here it is. If you want to compare between the S-curve, choose the baseline. Of course, you must create a baseline first. This project has no baseline. That's why it will not come without everything. This is how to compare. You have to create baseline, as we said yesterday, assign it to the project in order to compare with later on.
Okay.
Here the project has a baseline. This is the comparison. Here it is. You can notice it.
Yeah.
Type. Now we done. I will download all the videos. I downloaded only 3 videos till now. I will download it from the Teams. Then I will upload it to the my channel, my YouTube channel, and send you the link to view it later on for live. It will be there for your use at any time. This is the first thing I will do it. I believe that I will do it during the next 2 days because it takes time to download. It is a huge videos, a huge weight, 100 megas. So it will take time to be downloaded. Once I download it, I will send you the link of the videos of our training session. This is the first thing. The second thing is, my WhatsApp number and my email. Actually, I love and like to make a friendship with my trainees. Actually, I have some friendship for now 20 years or 25 years from after training, because I'm here to answer any question related to your business later on. It is not the end. It is not the end of the course. Yani just that we complete the course. Engo, bye bye. Tahir, bye bye. We will not see each other. No. You have my WhatsApp number. You have my email account. So I'm waiting for any question or any clarification during your using of the software. Is it clear?
Mhm.
My last is, do you have any question regarding what we have for the whole 5 days?
The S-curve. We are
Yes,
talking about cost S-curves, but
yes.
in general, we are using schedule or dates. How can I show an S-curve from the progress, from the dates, from the activities? Do you know what I
From the
mean?
activity or from the project?
Both from the project to see the whole
Okay.
project, how is the progress in kind of S-curve maybe, not cost
Right.
S-curve, sondern then
Let,
time S-curve.
let me open the file which is has no data in your machine. I will open it for a better understanding.
Yeah.
Here it is. Okay. This file include actual information, include baseline, include remaining. What the S curve is, all I have to do is, instead of showing the bars, I will tell Primavera, show only the S curve. Here it is. Can you notice it? It is a curve for the actual, a
Yeah.
curve for the remaining.
But what
Also,
but we are talking about costs or didn't or
so S curve for the cost. Do you represent something else in S curve?
yeah, I think the S-curve is using for time or dates too. It's that means that the S-curve is only for cost view or
No,
transfer.
it could be for the resource as well. Here it is. The cost distributed over
And
time.
time. So not cost, not resource, then especially time, time S-curve.
What do you mean? Effort or what? What
Yeah,
time?
yeah, effort.
Actually, in Primavera, the optimum use is either it is units coming from labor, from resources, or cost coming from resources and expenses. But in your case, you're saying that I'm not loading my project with cost or by resource. Can I see the S curve? Is the question? Is this your question?
Sorry?
Again, the optimum use of S curve to show either cost or unit from resources. This is the optimum. But in some cases, you are not allowed, many planners are not loaded their schedule by cost or by units. Is
Hmm.
your question how to show the S curve representing the effort? Is this your question?
Yeah.
Right. Let me do it. I will open a project file, open the first one, which not including resources. This is the final training, not
Yeah.
including cost or for.
Hmm.
Let me import it again to make sure it is not including. I will import the file I sent you yesterday again to get an empty project. Next. This is a project without any cost and resources as well.
Mhm.
And I will click F9 to schedule it.
Mhm.
There is no curve, there is no information at all.
Yeah.
As I understand your question, you want to represent this curve as the effort, as the time.
Yeah.
Time means that for each activity, 10 days, I need 10 units to represent the 10 days. Am I right?
Yes, yes. In the practice, in the project BioNTech in Ulm, there was a project management meeting, and the client or the contractor has shown the progress in kind of a S-curve. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I
And
will do it. I will do it for you. It is a little bit advanced, but not advanced at all. Actually, let me
okay.
make sure again. S curve, what you are talking about is not the proper way. S curve must be represented by either cost or units. In many cases, many cases, 80% of the cases, the planners not allowed, not load the project with cost or the resource, and he
Mhm.
need to draw the S curve. In this case, we'll do what? Follow me at the screen.
Yeah.
Enterprise resources. We will create a resource, add a resource, any kind, finish. We will call it effort.
Yeah.
And the name is time effort.
Mhm.
Add the details. We will make it 8 hours per day. كلام جميل. And then return to the activities. Highlight all the activity, Control A. And then assign. Let's remove the group. I'm trying to assign the resource to the all activities in one step. So I will remove the group and sort by. It is list now. Control A, assign resource, efforts. I have to remove Control A. I want to assign, I remove the milestone because he refused to assign resource to milestone. Now all the activities has the same resource and the units of it representing the time of each activity. This activity, as an example, is 20 days. So it is 160 hours or 20 days.
Mhm.
Now go to it, activity usage profile, and see it as units labor. What type of resource I created? It is labor, just F5. Activities, resource histogram. Here it is.
Yeah.
I will uncheck this. Here it is. This curve now is representing the effort or the time of the project.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I have seen in all the last.
Yes.
And if you have a comparison with a baseline, you can show both
Yes, you can
lines.
show the baseline. If you have a baseline, so all you have to do is at the base, choose the budget. The budget will be represented by the baseline. So it show actual budget and the remaining.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good view to show, okay, that's our goal and
But this
what is
show
the
is
process?
we actually it is a workaround to represent the S curve when we are not assigning cost or resources. But the optimum of the industry standard is to show the S curve as cost. But many cases I faced this case before that
Okay.
I don't have access to the cost. In this way, I will assign a resource to the whole activity. Each
Mhm.
activity will be represented by units equal to its duration, and
Mhm.
Primavera will draw the S curve based on the effort.
Okay.
You are right. Actually, when I discussed this issue with many planners, I found that all of us reach this way of solution without any preferences. This is by experience only, not a standard one.
Yeah. Okay. But that means you have to put the resources, the costs to each activity. Yeah, you have to
Yes,
fill.
yes, yes, yes. This is the standard one. This is the best one. This is the best
Mhm.
solution.
Mhm. Or you put, or you take the summary task and put there the whole cost in general or in units, yeah, to make it
Yes,
easier.
yes,
But
yes,
okay.
yes.
But I've learned I have to go to resources, unit or time effort as a resource, and then I can put the
You can
planned.
at that time draw S curve represent the effort or the total time of the project.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, good. So I
Okay.
think
Is there
there's
any?
no
Yes,
other
yes.
questions. Yeah, only one. Yesterday I make the order transfer, the bank transfer. I think it was successful. You have to show, or to have a look on it. And the second task is able for you. It would be nice to reach or to get an certificate in the paper who
Of course, of
the
course,
people
of
can
course.
see, okay, only not basic P6 workshop.
Please
Yeah.
send me your name that you want to appear at the certificate. I
Yeah.
will create a certificate 20 hours of the workshop. I
Yeah.
send it to you signed and stamped through your email as a PDF. You can print it there at in Germany, inshallah.
It's a qualification for maybe for some project
Yes, yes,
managers and
yes.
so on. Yeah.
It will
It
help
it
you.
yeah, that would be nice
Just
and great.
send me on the WhatsApp, and I will send it today night, inshallah. I will let
Yeah.
my secretary create it.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, that's great. It was
Okay,
a pleasure for
okay.
me. Yeah.
Thank you. By the way, you will be a good planner because your question is representing that you already have the experience, or you have a good way of getting knowledge.
Yeah.
So, I believe that you will use it later on. It will be easy for you to use it, inshallah.
Yeah. And maybe
Okay.
we will meet us in the project in Qatar, Egypt, or in Neom, the line,
Yes,
maybe. Huh?
maybe, inshallah. And if, of course, if you visit Egypt, it is invitation to visit Egypt. Hurghada is a great.
Yeah,
Luxor is a great, especially in the winter time. It is minus 10 in your weather. Here
yeah,
it is 20 years degree. So
yeah.
it is the best time for visiting Egypt is now,
Yeah.
starting from November till February. So if you found a way to visit Egypt, I will be very happy to see you, inshallah.
Yeah. I try it before the next project is
Okay,
coming.
inshallah. So I will send you the training certificate today, inshallah. I will use the name of the invoice. I believe that is the same name, or you want to change
Yeah,
the
Ingo
name?
Maximilian Lensing, that's okay. Yeah, Ingo Maximilian Lensing.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
use it to put it in a certificate, and I will send you the certificate as
Yeah,
a PDF file, stamped and signed from me.
yeah,
And if you complete the transfer, just tell me at the WhatsApp that you completed the fees transfer.
yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you very
Nice
much.
to see you. You are most welcome. See you
Yeah.
again,
Have a
inshallah.
good time. See you later.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.